After Clemson's last-gasp thriller, College Football Playoff Committee faces a massive decision. Charlotte, Dabo Swinney, glared into an ESPN camera to deliver a warning to the College Football Playoff Selection Committee. Not about his team, but the one his team just beat. "Listen," he said, "that's a playoff football team. SMU better be in the dang playoffs." It is not often that a coach, immediately after a heart-pounding victory, not just praises but lobbies on behalf of his opponent. But on Saturday night, in this new, odd playoff expansion world, that's what happened here just before the clock struck midnight on the East Coast. The story on this night should be how Clemson won the ACC championship game. In a wild, furious final few seconds, on the foot of freshman kicker Nolan Hauser, a Charlotte metro area native whose title game record, 56-yard field goal as time expired, split the uprights and sparked an orange-coated eruption at Bank of America Stadium. But there's another story here, perhaps one that is more important. With its 34-31 win over SMU, Clemson became the first-ever college football playoff bid stealer. For some team, SMU or Alabama, the bubble has popped. And for the ACC's football dynasty, the Clemson Tigers, a playoff spot, improbable just a week ago, is secured. Bludgeoned by Georgia to open the season, whipped by Louisville midway through, and beaten at home by South Carolina just last week, Dabo's Tigers couldn't possibly make the playoff, right? Here they are. Swinney is back in football's newly expanded big dance. The Tigers, 10-3, will grab the final of the 5 automatic bids designated for the 5 highest-ranked conference champions. We think. We won't know for sure until around noon ET on Sunday when the selections are unveiled on ESPN. There's a good chance that Swinney's group will be the number 1, 11 or 12 seed with a first-round game on the road against several possibilities, including Notre Dame, Penn State, and Texas. Things are a bit more suspenseful for SMU. Are the Mustangs still in the field? Ranked number 1, 8 entering this game, they needed to avoid one thing on Saturday: getting the doors kicked in. Down 24-7 at halftime, it appeared as if the doors were on their way to being kicked in. Alas, Coach Rhett Lashley's ponies stormed back with a wild second-half effort, most of it resting on the shoulder of quarterback Kevin Jennings and his 31 completions and 304 yards. They roared back to tie the game with 16 seconds left and, seemingly, send it to overtime before a wild set of events. Clemson's Adam Randall picked a perfect time for his biggest kick return of the year, 41 yards. That set up a 17-yard completion to position the Tigers, as seconds ticked down, for the 56-yard boot.